I feel like all people who would consider themselves gamers, whatever the hell that means, can trace their love of gaming back to one game. For me, this game is Pokemon Pearl. It's not my favorite Pokemon game, but it put me on the path to be a lifelong Pokemon fan and gamer. With the release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on the horizon, I've been taking some time to look back on the series and my experiences with it. In this retrospection, I've realized how scared I am for the future of this series. In December, we're getting the open world Pokemon experience we've been begging for. Yet I've found myself more excited for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl than for Legends Arceus. If Legends Arceus can deliver, I'll be ecstatic, but there's a long history of modern Pokemon games falling short of greatness. A remake just feels more safe right now. Despite the fact that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company are responsible for the shaky execution of recent Pokemon games, I'd argue that the community has not helped the situation. It's devolved into a negative echo chamber that's ruined any chance of the community actually being heard. This has left a lot of fans asking, why? Why has the series and community fallen from grace like this? Today, I'm gonna dive into that. My goal isn't to call anyone out with this video. I just want to start a civil discussion. This is my open letter to Game Freak, the Pokemon Company, and most importantly, the Pokemon community. Saving Pokemon in 2021. I want to start this discussion by laying out why myself and so many others have come to love this series. At its base level, Pokemon's about team building. As long as Game Freak continues to give us new and old Pokemon to befriend and go on adventures with, I personally will be happy. I don't come back for the bells and whistles or new features. I come back because I love Pokemon and the experience of raising them to their highest potential. That being said, it's definitely sad that this is kind of the only thing fans can expect in modern generations. Since the transition to 3D, Game Freak has been releasing some criminally mid Pokemon games. I can give you specific examples on why I like each one of these games, but each one is so flawed, I rarely find myself wanting to replay them. They've been plagued by poor balancing, lackluster animations, and lazy graphics. It's honestly really frustrating that Game Freak delivers time and time again on the core Pokemon experience, but they can't get their act together to develop a product remotely as polished as other Nintendo IP. To add insult to injury, Pokemon is literally the highest grossing media franchise of all time. Even household names like Star Wars or the MCU aren't remotely close to grossing as much money as Pokemon. Mario, the next highest grossing video game IP, has only grossed a third of the money Pokemon has, yet Mario Odyssey, whether you like the game or not, is one of the most polished looking games on the Switch. If Mario Odyssey can look that good, why can't Pokemon? The answer lies in the fine print. Pokemon makes the most money off merch sales, not their games. This has led to a toxic cycle where Game Freak can't or won't push back the release of their games. Even though it would lead to a better product, pushing the games back means pushing back merch and toy sales, which the Pokemon Company seemingly doesn't want. The main priority is pumping out new games with new features in Pokemon that will drive merch and toy sales. This often comes at the cost of, creating a polished game. As a longtime fan of Pokemon, it really feels like Game Freak and the Pokemon Company don't care about the fans anymore. I think a large amount of the community would accept a scaled back game that had all the core features we love about the series if it meant getting a more finished product. We need real post games, modern graphics, and all the love other Nintendo IP get. Instead, we get rush games so the Pokemon Company can sell this.
Okay, let's go.
The fans feel stepped on and taken advantage of. Now, all we can do is fight amongst ourselves. At the end of the day, it's going to be down to us, the Pokemon community, to make our voices heard and campaign for the changes we deserve in the series. But we can't expect Game Freak or the Pokemon Company to change if we can't change either. There are so many issues within the Pokemon community that I couldn't cover them all in this video if I wanted to. However, there are a few discussions that I do feel like I could cover and potentially guide discourse in the right direction. First things first, I need to make some disclaimers about this section of the video so I don't get flamed by keyboard warriors. This section will mainly talk about the YouTube and Twitch Pokemon scenes. These are the parts of the community I visit most frequently and are the spaces I feel comfortable talking about. I'm also not coming for anyone in particular. These are all pretty common critiques of the community, and if they line up with a specific person, it's probably a coincidence. I won't be naming anyone in a negative context. I will, however, be giving gold stars to community standouts who I think are doing a great job. Just because I don't mention somebody in this video, doesn't mean I hate them. Thank you, and on with the video. One of the most widespread issues with the Pokemon community's presence on YouTube is the ridiculous amount of hype in the months leading up to a new Pokemon game's release. Not to say that you shouldn't get hype for Pokemon games, but we need to keep our expectations in check. This is Game Freak we're talking about. Many PokeTubers will make a video on any rumor or leak, no matter how far-fetched the concept is. This isn't inherently problematic, but many of these same YouTubers spread these leaks and rumors as truth. Not only does this spread misinformation, but it also gives the community unrealistic expectations for what these new games will be. Rumors and leaks are objectively fun to talk about, but as I experienced this impossible hype over and over again, I've kind of stepped away from looking at leaks and rumors because it's just a really toxic cycle of disappointment when these pipe dreams are proved false. Sometimes it feels like there's more hype around the rumor and leak cycles than there is for the actual release of the game. To make matters worse, these videos are clickbaited to hell and back. Not that clickbait's always bad. You know, this video has a clickbaity title. You do your thing, chase your coin. But if you're gonna clickbait a video, you better deliver on that promise, and it better be clear whether the information's confirmed or not. If you're in the community, you probably know who's guilty of this. A lot of these channels are marketed to younger kids, and they take advantage of the fact that kids don't really know better. It's just a generally scummy practice that I'd love to see less of in the community going forward. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not that kind of adult content. Okay, now that that's gone, what I meant was, there's a lack of Pokemon content online that targets older fans, which is kind of ironic considering how much the fan base complains about the more kid-friendly aspects of the series. There's nothing wrong with channels that market to a younger audience. I watched those channels religiously as a kid, and I still watch some of them now. Channels like M&J TV do a fantastic job of creating interesting and engaging family-friendly content, but sometimes you want something to put on after the kids go to bed. There's a few people who I think are doing a particularly good job at this. First off, we have Pokemon challenges. Jan has honestly revolutionized the way I play Pokemon. Even though I'm not a pro Nuzlocker, taking bits and pieces from his rule sets and making my own has made for some of the most fun I've had playing Pokemon in a long time. He's also the only Pokemon streamer that I can think of that has an 18+ community. It cuts out a lot of the cringe and annoying discourse that often happens when you have a younger audience in the Pokemon community. No shade to younger fans, I was once cringe and annoying, and some would argue that I still am. It's just nice to have our own space. I've also been following Hoodlum Calum on and off for years, and he's been cranking out some fantastic content recently. These are genuinely some of the most chill Pokemon Let's Plays out there, which is a really nice break from the in-your-face nature of some of the channels with the younger target audience. Then we have streamers like Jimmy Wetzel, who've created a wonderful community for LGBTQ+ people. Not only is he genuinely one of the funniest streamers I've had the pleasure of watching, but his streams provided me and so many other people a safe community to learn to love themselves. I saved one of the bests for last, Sacred Almighty. Man, this guy creates some of the realest content in the Pokemon community. Not only does he pump out some amazing Let's Plays, he also isn't afraid to make his voice heard. He's one of the few people out there acknowledging and calling out racism in the Pokemon community. I feel like so many people in the community are scared to get political since Pokemon's a kid's game, but this logic is just super flawed in my opinion. Calling out racism, sexism, or homophobia isn't political. It's just not being a shitty person. And I feel like the sooner the community learns that, the better. These aren't the only Pokemon content creators that are doing a great job. I just think that all of them are really good examples of what more mature Pokemon content can be. I think that if the community's gonna change for the better, content creators like this are who we need to be looking to. They're all outspoken and passionate about the community, and they have the potential to bring people together and change the community for the better. The main takeaway I want everyone to get from this video is that we need to work together if we want real change to happen in this series. Like I said earlier, if the community and fans can't change, how can we expect Game Freak and the Pokemon Company to? I just want to re-emphasize that this video isn't a call out. It's a call to action. I don't want the comment section of this video to devolve into chaos and arguments like so many other conversations around the series have in the past. I've already pointed out the issues in this community, so now let's take some time to show why it's awesome. Pokemon has got me through some of the worst times in my life, and I can't imagine my life without it. Shout out your favorite Pokemon content creators, share a precious memory of the series, or even your favorite Pokemon game and why. Let's take the opportunity to lift each other up instead of arguing over the trivial shit like which generation's best. It's Gen 4, by the way. I'll pin and like some of my favorite comments and threads. I'm even down to make a follow-up video to this if you all have clarifying questions or you want to know how I feel about certain aspects of the community and series I didn't get to. So until next time, let's start a conversation. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the first personal project I posted on YouTube in a long time. I've been on and off the website for years, so if you've been here for a while, thanks for sticking around. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really know what I want this channel to be long term. I just know that I really want to be making content right now. I'm taking from now until the new year to just focus on YouTube and create the best videos I can. I'll definitely be focusing a lot on Pokemon in the coming weeks because of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus' release, but I'd love to branch out to other games like Valorant and just generally other variety gaming content in the future. I'll be back next week with an epic video, so hit subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you when Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are out.